Okay, I want to record this. This is probably a loss, but look, I want to talk about the Lewis structures that I missed points on the exam today. When you're doing your Lewis structures, all you have to do, if you know how to get your valence electrons, which is just look at the column in the periodic table that the elements are in, then you count, right? You skip the transition elements, of course. You skip the transition metals, and then you just. I mean, if you want 17A, that's fine, but the halogens are group 7. And yeah, you're just gonna have to count them up. Don't skip. Draw them in, count them. Because if you do, you'll get it right, and if you don't, you might get it wrong. It's embarrassing because you know that shit. You could have gotten it all right, but instead you chose not to count for some reason, and that's devastating. Let's be real. Let's be honest. It's got emotional valence to it. Ha ha ha. There should have been only one question that you missed, realistically, and even then maybe not, because you overthought it. What happened? What happened, sir? But that's not all. The Zoran Mamdani victory. Zoran! That's what we really should have started the thing out with. We'll start the next one out with that, but it's true. Zoran Mamdani. That's so lit. The east wind prevails over the west wind. Socialism is rising, and these business motherfuckers are so afraid. They're so afraid of a little bit of a bus. They're so afraid of a free lunch and a fucking pig meal at school. They're so afraid of some education. They're so afraid of some public services and some people being able to afford food. They're so afraid. They're so afraid of the idea that people will figure out that government can do something for you. That government can be functional. That government can save us from the ravages of the capital class who care nothing for us and our well-being and for the well-being of the republic, for the well-being of the society. This is the case. Zoran Mamdani has won New York. And Cuomo is finished, and so is the shill establishment ghoul democratic corpus. That rotted pig bloated corpse that it is. Hey, let's go, Vineet. Hey, so I'm not gonna cry over those Lewis structures and those electrons that I missed. Alright, just never forget that water has 2 lone pairs on it. Okay, that's pretty embarrassing if you forget that. If you're me. And if you also just don't count. You're the one who knows that phosphite has got 32 valence electrons, but the thing is, you didn't count. So you did count and you thought it was strange, but really didn't look at the options enough. It was A, but you didn't look at A, you looked at the bottom and you thought it was the only one that had 32 valence electrons as an option, but oh, it was the lone pair domain that got you, wasn't it? Yep. Alright, well, mistakes are made, but you still got an A. You were supposed to do better than that. You were supposed to do better than an A. And that's the way it feels. But you know what? One other thing that's really good about that is it displaces some of the negative emotional valence that was previously held by other things that were arguably worse to wear in terms of how they affect my life. But hey, you only handle so much negative emotional energy at once, or so much negative energy, or so much energy at all. And that's a fact. Josie Wales, don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Look at this guy. Boom. Hey. The droidicas are here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Okay, so when you do your Lewis structures, just count it up. I was worried about significant figures. I was worried about reaction types. That's not the thing to worry about, really. Don't worry about that so much. Just count up your goddamn dots, kid. That's all I needed to do. And actually think about it when you're looking at Frostbite. It's okay. You'll get it on the next one. On the next one, you'll get 100 because it's going to be calculations. You love those. You love calculations. I do love calculations. You need a calculator? The whole test is calculations, if you haven't noticed. Look. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You are responsible for knowing all that shit, but it's gonna be okay. Let me. Whoa, the music is appropriate for the disorientation, the vertigo. Alright. Where are we going? Where's our reactor? This is dangerous for me to do. I'm begging to get pushed off by a fucking force user. By a heroin user. By a goddamn needle. Alright. What do you think about media consumption? I'm not actually interested. Haha! Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Apparently over here. Good at that, but I think we're actually going to defend this successfully. That's what it's looking like. That's what I'm seeing from the crowd. I'll have to figure it out, everybody. Oh wait, maybe... Oh, I'm spectacularly wrong yet again. And you know what? I was thinking that I only missed one about what is the main point of valence electron shell pair repulsion theory, and I thought, you know what? Maybe it's that electron domains are maximally repulsed by one another. And maybe it's that instead. As an alternative. Fuck! Into exile I must go! Flee I must! Fuck! It's the end of that one, boys and girls. Remember, when you do your Lewis structures, count your fucking dots. Yes, they're pairs, but is it maximum repulsion? It's like maximize attractions, minimize repulsions, right? Come on. What does it mean, though? What does it mean? Hey, the ship is gone. We'll have to ponder the meaning another time. There it is. 8.